So with the introduction of otherworldly hunts, they made the hell hunt a lot easier. So for Banshee, I used to use this Bellona one-shot team, but since they nerfed the boss health so much, Bellona just overkills the boss with her skill 2 and just triggers the phase into the small Banshees immediately. So either I have to severely reduce the damage of my units so it'll work again, and this team has lots of RNG as well. Even though I have 2 defense breakers, there's still a small percent chance the run will fail, and it's a lot slower because there's 4 units moving at once. So I've completely transitioned to using this one-shot team, which only needs 2 units, which is Vivian and Lilibet. The gear requirements are also very low, as I'll soon show, and you can also friendship farm 2 extra units at the same time. And this is also 0 RNG because no defense breaks are needed. So first off, for Vivian, you need the skill 2 EE for the 50% increased combat readiness. Also, you need at least enough damage to one-shot the first wave for Vivian, but it should be pretty easy because my Vivian stats are really bad, 87 ES, and I'll have also a lot of health substats, and I can still easily one-shot the first wave. Time Matter is the best because it gives her 0 RNG after you blast the first wave, because you'll use skill 2 on the second wave because it will reset the cooldown. But because you can use another artifact, but the thing is that means you will use skill 1 when you get the boss wave. So there's a 3% chance, or a bit more than 3% chance, but around the 3% chance that you'll dual attack, and you might bring the Lilibet and might bring her underneath the 70% threshold, depending on how strong your Lilibet damage is. So that's a little bit of RNG there, but that's why Time Matter completely eliminates RNG. The last thing is you need to make sure, depending on how fast your Lilibet speed is, that your Vivian speed plus your 50% push from your skill 3 laps the Lilibet, so Vivian can go skill 3 straight into skill 2 wave 1 without wasting any more time to destroy the first wave before going to the boss wave. The second unit is Lilibet, which is the main damage dealer. You can see I don't even have her EE. If I had the EE, I would get the skill 3 EE for the increased skill 3 damage by 10%, and also lowers the stat requirements by 12% crit chance if you get that, which is nice. But I'm showing you that even with this gear, you don't really need like insane DPS gear to one-shot the Banshee anymore with a little bit. So I have her on destruction crit. If you want to increase, if your gear isn't good enough and you need to increase the damage a little bit more, you could either run Torrent instead of crit set, and as I said earlier, you could use this EE for the 10% extra damage, and Daydream Joker plus 30 is a requirement basically. So yeah, you can see my damage stats aren't even that high. It's just 3.7k with 350 and missing a lot of damage from Torrent and potentially the EE as well. And for the speed, doesn't really matter, but the slower the better, because well, the slower will make it easier to build your Vivian to lap the Lilibet. And you can see I have these 2 units. They're just no gear, just base speed, so I can friendship farm while doing Banshee, which is also another plus of this team other than the 0 RNG. So here we can just see how a run will go. Vivian will S3, lap the Lilibet, S2 clear the wave, and Time Matter will reset the cooldown.
How dare you?
So she can S2 again here with 0 RNG with triple dual attacks. And Lilibet will S2 and S3. You can see I overkill it so much already. So your Lilibet can have like way worse gear than mine. So yeah, 0 RNG